Okay, so I'm falling back on my little shorts videos. Figured we'd do a little background on how I got into reconditioning straight razors. Prior to getting into straight razors, I got into safety razors and shavettes. And I shaved with them for a lot of years. But then I decided I wanted to try something else after my dad gave me this. This was passed down from, I believe, either my great-grandpa or my great-uncle Johnny. I can't remember which. It was not in this condition at all. This little mustache razor. There was rust all over it. It was not shiny plastic. Massive rust and wear on the blade and everything else. One day I decided, instead of having it locked up and still rusting, I'd go through it and try and recondition it the best I could. So that required me to buy a bunch of different stuff, including sharpening stones. My mistake, I started sharpening or trying to hone on some really cheap stones off of Amazon. Some synthetics that were like blue and white, and I had no clue what the hell I was doing. Thankfully, there was a lot of videos out there, and I tossed those aside and got a real pair of stones that I could practice on. So I ended up cleaning this one up as good as I could. So that was a hand-me-down from my dad. This one you can actually probably shave your whole face with, but I don't recommend using mustache razors to shave your face with. Just around the mustache and sideburns and everywhere else to detail. So that was my first straight razor. This is my second one. I ordered this off of, I think it was eBay. I had no clue, like, the different sizes of razors and stuff. I thought I was getting a killer deal, which I did end up getting a killer deal for the price I paid for it, for this old razor and the condition it's in. But it ended up being a little mustache razor too. So once again, I was working on mustache razors. So this was my second straight razor. Nice little guy. Pretty much brand new. I don't use either one of these. I stay locked up in their safe queens, because this one's my second razor ever, and this one was handed down to me, and I don't want anything to happen to this because it's a family heirloom. Alright, so other razors I've been working on, you guys saw this one. I just recently put a thing up on working on this bangle. Turned out pretty darn good. This is the Imperial. It had some funky scales on it that were way too long. I ended up switching them out with these vintage scales. There was a broken blade. I found this online. The guy was selling it for super cheap because the blade was broken. So I just removed the blade and cleaned up the scales. And now I have a nice Imperial and some really cool looking scales. Then I've got this guy that was recently in there. Little Eric Antenberg. Pretty cool grind, I think. And look at that. This little tiny guy fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Ginkgo Master Barber. Came with broken scales, so I took some old vintage scales I removed off another razor and shortened them up. This one amazed me when I ended up getting this off of eBay. It's huge. 8/8. It's probably my favorite razor out of my whole collection now. One prior to this was my Dovo, but I traded that for some natural stones with a buddy of mine. Look at the work. And then the grind on this thing is just unbelievable. And these have been popular online for a while now. I put these aside too. I did have them up for sale, but people were sitting on them and not wanting to buy them for some reason. So I'm gonna take some paint and fill that in with the original color red, and then the little imp that's right here, I'm gonna get some gold paint and fill that guy back in. Do some more polishing on it, make it look brand new. And what do we got here? Got another one. This one's not 5/8 though, it's a 9/16. Same color and everything. Different wedge in the front. And this one, if you heard it, rubs on one side right there, it kind of bows in. So I got to do something about that. Probably heat up some water and carefully reshape the wedge. And then, let's see, what else do we got here? Since we're going through my collection, I've got way too many razors. I tried to get rid of a bunch of them for decent prices on my eBay. I've got this guy, which has been in my videos a lot recently. The roll itself I got from Griffith. It's impregnated with wax, so it has that weird waxy stuff going on, but that helps the canvas breathe and protect. And then it's got this felt, well, I don't know if it's felt, scotch or whatever. But there's a set of 7 here. And it even lists the days of the week on the spine if I can get it to show up. These are really nice. I've been having fun comparing my Thuringian stones with them. Move that all the way out. Let's see here. I had to go online and buy some cases because I was running out of things to roll my razors up in. One too many razors. There's another red imp. Tons of other ones. Let's see, is there a favorite out of here of mine? I think, where is it? It is, no, that's not it. I got a few. This is a Union razor, which is just another Chinese, or wait, no, that's a Comfort. That's a Union. Anyways, this is one of my other razors that I really liked. That was up on my eBay that didn't want to sell for some reason. Where is it? This might not be the case. So I have another bangle that I really love. Oh, here it is. Ooh, my first bangle ever. That one cleaned up really nice. You can see the grind in that. Original wedge. I'm probably gonna put up some more razors sometime because I gotta get rid of some of these. They're all reconditioned and honed up. I'm gonna go through and clean up some of them a little bit more because I realized that where the blade is put into the pinned in, I didn't do a good enough job cleaning up some areas. I might actually have to depin them and repin them. Here's one I'm holding on for a buddy of mine. First time he saw it, he's like, "Oh, dude, that is the coolest thing." All it says is guarantee sole engine. There's nothing else on it. But it shaves immaculately. This is a really good razor. And it's rounded off at the front, so it'd probably be really good for a beginner. So that's going to be his. He wants to learn how to wet shave. So I'm going to send him home with a razor and a brush and some soap and stuff. Here's the razor I got trading one of my razors, my Freador, to Sean. Beautiful. He honed this on all conical on the super curve, and it turned out immaculate. Really wonderful 7/8 razor. What I was saying originally is it has the same kind of grind in the front as some of the Boker and Dovos. The way it's shaped down on the back here, missing the shoulder. Those are all kind of gold plated and stuff. A little bit more ornate. And then I've got this beautiful guy that Eric the Cajun Blade traded some stuff for me. We did a little horse trade and I got this. Little French Le Grelotte. He put his own scales on it for me. This thing shaves amazing. He did a, what was it? I think it was a super curve J-Net, I believe. Which is, man, a smooth shaver. Nice and keen. And then, what else do I got? Some of these other ones, when I first started out reconditioning, I was learning how to put together horn scales and how to peen these different kinds of collars. Also learning how to see how it's off a little bit. It's angled this way a little bit. I'm either going to later on have to rescale it or figure out something. It doesn't bother me, but if I were to turn around and sell it, which I'm not going to, it might bother somebody else. It stays, and I can shave with it just fine, you know, so it's not falling down or anything, and it doesn't hit the sides, but it's just kind of to one side. And then, what else do I have in here that I really liked? This one blew me away. It was the first time that I ever had a razor that I just was speechless after shaving with it when I honed the edge. It just says Ringleader, and it's made by, oh, I don't know. I'll have to take a look here. Let me get my little loop. Made in China loop. It's got little lights. It is made by, oh, this is the Berliner and Company. Oh, so this is that rare razor. Even though it looks kind of rough, it shaves really good. The Berliner, I guess there was a Berliner department store, and it says like Spokane and Seattle and Portland. And then there was this one. For some reason, these ones that are capped off right here and here, I've looked online and there's a lot of Boker razors that were made like this. So I'm wondering if Boker just made razors for department stores and other companies that could put their name on it, because they're all made in Germany. And this one was a really good shaver too. It's a Trusty. What a name, huh? So I got Ringleader and Trusty, and this one took my breath away too, how well the edge was. Look at the scales on it. They're so cool. I had a lot of cool razors back in the day. Lucky guys. This is my only new razor that I bought new. I don't have any other new razors, just a new old stock or reconditioned. And this one is a, was it Geisen? And so I got this off of Amazon for $39. I think there's one up still. It has a different design on the blade with a black handle. And it came with a leather pouch for it. A black one. But it's been temperamental. I've been having a hard time really dialing this one in. This one's going to be one of them I'm going to work on here pretty soon. The whole reason why I brought this out today, and I figured I'd just do a video really quick. And I was going to put this beautiful guy away because I don't want to get it damaged or anything. That's pretty much it. That's my straight razor collection as of February 2025. I didn't show you all these other ones. That'd probably just take too long to go through. Most of them you've seen on my eBay anyways, and you'll probably see again. But figured I'd share some of my stuff. Thanks for watching, guys.